guys, welcome back to the Cambridge RTG. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. You join us here Sunday lunchtime. Drop the video a like, of course, if you're enjoying this save and looking forward to more. We're looking forward to going up the table, hopefully, today, if we possibly can. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you won't miss any further videos, and you'll be able to stay up to date with everything that goes on. Today, we start in 9th, which makes a nice change from being 10th, as we have been for the past couple of episodes. Form is inconsistent at best, but we have started in the last episode to actually play some decent football by dropping our top goal scorer. You would never have expected it, but it actually worked that way. We dropped Joey Ironside and started to score more goals and play better football. So Cheltenham, Rotherham and Sunderland today, and then as we move forward, we'll just have to wait and see who or how we play. Moving forward to see if we bring Joey back in or if his time in the first team has come to a close. I doubt it. He's still going to have a part to play. And to be fair, he's probably going to start the next game because Sam Smith is slightly tired. So we'll have to alter things a little bit with regards to the starting lineup for this Colchester game. Oh, sorry, Cheltenham game. I won't say Colchester, but it is all about the result. I'm not necessarily too fussed about the way that we play, provided we can get results. We didn't necessarily make a conscious decision to change the way that we played yesterday, but because Joey wasn't in the team, I wasn't finding myself trying to shoehorn the ball to him, which I felt like I was doing when he was in the side. I was kind of getting it wide with a view to whipping it in for him to head it home, and so far this season just hadn't been working. We take him out of the starting lineup, and actually we were playing some better football. He is going to go into the lineup for this game here against Cheltenham, as we'll make a couple of changes. Honeyman can come back in for Adam May, and actually we'll leave. No, go on then. We'll take Lancaster out and we'll throw Ben Warman in on the left. He's got a left footer on the left and a right footer on the right. In fact, let's swap those two around so that they're both on the correct side for each other. Right, that's as strong as we're going to get for this next game. Let's just quickly make sure that Cheltenham have everybody in the right position, most importantly. Kit-wise, there's not going to be any sort of clash there. But like I say, drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more games. It's probably just CDMs at centre mid, which indeed it is. Can I swap those around? Is that going to make a difference? It does a little bit. They have a centre mid that can go in there. A much better centre mid in Charlie Colkett. We'll throw Charlie Colkett in there. Why they play a CDM in a centre mid role when they've got centre mids that are better and available? Doesn't make any sense. Regardless, we'll jump into this game then against Cheltenham Town and start ourselves on our way. Cheltenham, Rotherham and Sunderland, starting with Cheltenham Town at home. So Cheltenham then with a 5 at the back, unsurprisingly. Scott Flinders in goal, Matty Blair, Charlie Raglan, Lewis Freestone, William Boyle and Ben Williams at the back for them. Charlie Colkett in the middle with Connor Thomas and Ryan Sanusi, with Caden Jackson, who is fast up top, and Alfie May. Adam May drops from our starting lineup, as you saw. George Honeyman in, Ben Warman in, and Joe Ironside restored back to the starting lineup. I'll try and play the same sort of football I was playing yesterday and not try and shoehorn it to Joey Ironside through the air and try and continue the way that we were winning games yesterday, because we were playing some really nice football at times yesterday. We got really good 2-0 victories against Oxford and Ipswich. That was a bit of a nasty challenge. I am going to have to be a little bit more cautious with my passing because, of course, players, as we've noted so far this season and so far in this save, aren't necessarily as accurate as I'd like them to be with their passing. Joey will get this out wide here to Afflian, and I'll work it about so we've got some space for someone to take a shot, which we do now with Honeyman, but Flinders makes the save. Bit more patience on the edge of the box, and maybe we will actually have some success today. Oh, Okadina was going up for that. Harrison should get to this first, but can't. Actually, Idale might be back from international duty and can slot back into the starting lineup now. I hadn't actually checked. But Harrison Dunk's done very well in the starting lineup since being restored to it, thanks to Idale's international duties. So perhaps it's only fair that he continues on until he either A, makes a mistake, or we feel like his performances fall off. Afflian going to come down the right-hand side here. Joey's going to come short, but I'm actually going to tuck that back inside there to Harvey Nibbs. Then we'll look for Chapman. You can see the runners on the left. We'll use Warman first. And the pass is really poor. And that was from Chapman as well, who has like mid-80s in short passing. So clearly, even with a little bit of quality on the ball, the passing's still quite inaccurate here this season. That was decently struck, but a comfortable save for Dimmy. And we'll stay at 0-0 for now. He drifted offside there, Afolayan. Joey back to George Honeyman, to George Chapman. Honeyman again. Is there some space here for Afolayan? There is, and he's onside. On his left, sweeps it home. Maybe that's the best way to utilise him. Move him to the right. Although he's right-footed, and he's cutting on his left. That's confusing, because when he crosses on his left on the other side, it's not normally that good. And he's cut in on his left, which is what we normally do with Jack Lancaster, who is left-footed, and he's tucked that away brilliantly. That's really odd. I'll take it. Cambridge 1, Cheltenham 0. Afolayan with one of his first goals for the Conference. That might just be his second goal of the league season, is it perhaps? Oh, no, it's his third. Goal number 3 of the year for Dapo as we take a 1-0 lead. Thomas. Back to Caden Jackson. And Sanusi to Alfie May. Out wide to Ben Williams. Forward from left back. So some good possession play from Cheltenham here. They came up to the division with Cambridge, well, 2 seasons ago in game. In real life, they came up with us last season. They pipped Cambridge to the League 2 title in real life. Afolayan going to force his way around the outside of Ben Williams. They went for me. He'll stand up towards the back post, where Raglan gets there first. Harvey was arriving at pace. Corner to be whipped in by George Chapman. And Afolayan could be going for a second goal, and he does go for it, but he doesn't get it, unfortunately. Over the bar. Just knock that back and get it into George Chapman. We've won our last 2 games by 2-0. We're still hunting that second, but Joey could try and perhaps feed Harvey Nibbs, who is in behind. And with the most awkward of finishes you've seen for a while, Harvey gives us a 2-0 lead. It's Cambridge 2, Cheltenham 0. And this could be 3 back-to-back 2-0 wins and potentially 4 straight clean sheets as well, which is big for the board's objective. We need to get a streak of 5 clean sheets to satisfy the board. Harvey, well, I can't explain that to you. He's run past the ball, then swivelled on it, and that is the oddest goal you will see for quite a while. But again, not really that bothered. Cambridge 2, Cheltenham 0, and our good form continues. This is the sort of run we need to force our way into those playoff spots and try and close down the gap to the 2 automatic promotion spots at the top of the table. Luton continue to kind of run away with things at the top, but Peterborough is certainly catchable. Not only would it be fantastic to earn automatic promotion, but to earn automatic promotion at the expense of Peterborough United would make it even more enjoyable. George will win that header, and Afolayan can't force it home. It'll be just a 2-0 at half-time, but 2-0 is enough for me. Wasn't going to win that header. I flattened someone there just by trying to turn around with Ben Warman. Now here comes Cheltenham on a counter. Josh Key will pick that off. That's a loose pass from Cheltenham. And unfortunately for them, they will remain 2-0 down. Joey will... See, Joey's passing is now seemingly getting better, and I don't know why. Because in previous games, when we were using him before, he would absolutely have overhit that and misplaced it. Harvey with a turn, drills it just wide. It took a deflection, though. It will be a corner, and we can maybe add a third. Is Joey up for this? He is. Oh, what a save from the keeper to tip it onto the bar. Unbelievable stop. There wasn't that much power on Ironside's header, but it was on target. An awkward position just kind of around the goalkeeper's neck, which is kind of hard to get your arms up to it and head out the way to be able to tip it onto the bar. He's done exceptionally well there. We'll take Chapman off here for Liam O'Neill just for stamina, and actually we'll bring Lancaster on for Afolayan on the right-hand side. And we'll see if we can't add a third with some fresh legs and try and maintain the clean sheet. Brilliant interception by Lloyd Jones there to ensure that we do keep that clean sheet for now. And Dapo is on a run. And we'll utilise that pace. And he could be in on his right foot. He's not quite going to get there. Joey for 3. Flinders with the save again. He couldn't buy a goal yesterday, Joey Ironside. And he can't buy a goal today. The header from the goalkeeper, very well saved. And the shot with his left foot, equally well stopped by Flinders in between the sticks. Corner for Cheltenham with 4 minutes to go. If they score now, then we could be in for a rather nervy final few minutes. But it's a brilliant header clear from Harrison Dunk. Couldn't have gotten it further away from goal if he tried. Sanusi, and he was trying. Here's Ben Williams. Oh, nicely into Freestone. Oh, the ball just keeps going across, and Harrison Dunk, thankfully, is in the way at the end of it. That was really well worked by Cheltenham. Missing out a couple of people across the way, and the first time shot just off the heel of Harrison and out for the corner, which will come in now from Sanusi again. Delivery again, looking for Alfie May at the near post, but it's not good enough from Cheltenham, nor has it been throughout the course of the whole game. Harrison, I'll actually look for the run of Ironside. He's not quite going to have the legs to get there, but that'll be game. It will be 3 consecutive 2-0 wins for Cambridge United and 4 consecutive clean sheets with that 0-0 draw we had prior to this run of victories. Almost went all full Jonathan Wass on you there. A one of victories. So that might even move us up into the playoffs now, before the game against Rotherham and Sunderland. And indeed it has. Adam May has completed his development schedule and is now up to 69 rated. Can we train him anymore? Or has he peaked? He has peaked, unfortunately. But we'll add the central midfield line there. And hopefully he can improve very, very slowly over the next season or so. Not looking to move Adam May on at the moment. So we're into 5th in the league. 5 points off that automatic promotion spot in 2nd. And Luton actually have drawn on match day 15. They were 110 drawn 4, they're now 110 drawn 5. So the gap is 10 to the top. It's a long way, but there's still 31 games to go. So you never know. Although highly unlikely. Right, up next for us was Rotherham. And then Sunderland. Where are they in the league? Quickly, just to see. Rotherham are 11th, and Sunderland are having a terrible season so far. Lost 9 of their opening 15, and are down in 15th. Well, it's not straightforward against Sunderland, because they do have a good team, but they're certainly not having a good season. Ours, however, is coming good. Similar formation for Rotherham to the one we just played against Cheltenham. Victor Johansson in goal. They've got Ogbene at right back, Wes Harding, Joe Mattock, Richard Wood, and Shane Ferguson at left wing back. Barlaser in the middle, Rathbone there too, as well as Ben Wiles. Freddie Ladapo up top alongside Georgie Kelly. It is a good side for Rotherham. A good team, a good squad. They should be challenging at the top end of the table. They find themselves in 11th at the moment. But the league is always so tight that there's probably only a couple of games swing between 11th and the playoffs, as we've seen from ourselves, going from 10th to the playoffs over the course of the last 3 or 4 in-game games. Hopefully, we can pick up another victory here today. If we keep a clean sheet here in this one away from home against Rotherham, then we will get the objective for the board of the streak of 5 consecutive clean sheets. And that there is that left foot crossing that I was talking about. When Ladapo scored that goal on his left foot, Ladapo, what am I talking about? Hopefully Ladapo doesn't score a goal on his left foot. When Aflian scored that goal on his left foot, I said, his left foot's not normally that good because he's right-footed and his crossing's rubbish. That was an example of exactly the sort of crossing I meant when Aflian is crossing with his left foot. So maybe I do switch wings with him, or maybe I just slow up, turn back and cross on his right and just give up crossing on his left entirely. But speaking of left foots that actually do work, Sam Smith, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 Cambridge. Quickly to Adam May. Back in the starting lineup. As is Sam Smith, evidently, with a goal-scoring return as well. That's a perfectly weighted through ball to Freddie Ladapo, though. Does have support arriving. Ben Wiles to Freddie again. Ladapo trying to find the space. I'm just trying to put too many bodies back there for them to be able to work it free. Give that there to Dimmy and then just pump it clear. Sam Smith isn't the tallest or most aerially effective players, so we can't use him in the same way we used Joe Ironside. Oh, just getting anybody in front of the ball, whether it's the defender or the goalkeeper. Rotherham are really putting the pressure on now, aren't they? Looking for that equalising goal. This is wave after wave of red and white attack. Wiles across to Rathbone. He's trying from distance. Ladapo. Oh, what a goal that would have been from Barlaser. But Dimmy on hand again to make another save. 20 minutes in, it could easily be 4-1 Rotherham by this point. Barlaser with the corner. And away, please, Jack Iredale, who's also back in the starting lineup now. Richard Wood with the free kick. That is rather poorly taken. And the header falls straight to Sam Smith, although he's been caught on it there. But illegally so, apparently. And Lancaster will get that quickly to Adam May. And we might as well take it quickly to ensure that they don't get the chance to get all of their defensive players back in position. If I play this with the right weight on it, Lancaster could be in. And Lancaster will drill it across. And here's Sam Smith looking for his second. What a save by the goalkeeper. Unbelievable stop by the Rotherham man in between the sticks to deny us the second goal. How Sam Smith hasn't buried that, only that goalkeeper knows. That was an unbelievable save because he had the whole goal at his mercy there. And Rotherham might actually got the other end and score themselves if Kelly hadn't been so terrible with his finish. Well, it could be 2-1. Sorry, it could be 2-0. It could be 1-1. But it's not. It's still just the 1-0 I'll try and quickly get this around the corner. Please tell me you're onside there, George. He was. Chapman's in, but the defender is quick. And Johansson is doing his utmost to keep Rotherham in the game here. Just as Dimmy, to be fair, has been doing the same at the other end, as have all of my defenders, lunging themselves in front of any Rotherham attack. They've had just as much opportunity to score goals in this game as I have, Rotherham. So this game certainly could still go either way from this 1-0 scoreline. But their outfield players certainly aren't helping their goalkeeper at the minute, defensively, because they keep giving the ball to me. Lancaster, I'll just dink it, trying to find Sam Smith. And it's on his left. And Johansson makes another good save down low. Corners come in from this near side. We'll whip it with Jack. And I can't get there with anyone. It'll fall to Adam May. Knock it across here to Lloyd Jones. That was actually a pass, but it looked more like a shot. And the man he was passing to was about 1,000 yards offside. So it's going to be 1-0 at half-time. But this has been quite the action-packed game, I think you'll say. Barlaser into Freddie Ladapo. You can see the run from the striker with his strike partner, Smith. Out there to Ogbene. They had 9 shots in that first half, Rotherham. And it looks like they're going to start this half the same way that they ended the first. We're going to get rid of this. Maybe May and Idell trying to just get rid of it. Oh, and in the end it goes wide from Wiles. How Rotherham haven't scored in this game is quite the mystery. They've had so many chances. Can we flick this on? Yeah, for them, apparently. Wiles. Nice block by Josh Key. Been really impressed with him at right back. We've been so much better defensively this year than we were last year. Oh, that's poor from me. And Ladapo will probably bury this now, won't it? No, out wide to Ogbene. A foul. An advantage given by Laser. And Ladapo sweeps it home. And it has been coming, but it's frustrating to concede in such fashion. 1-1. Driven forward there to Aflion. Honeyman. Look, I was trying to squeeze it around the corner for Nibs, and it just wouldn't break for me. It has broken for them, however. Wiles has options. Back there to Rathbone. Slowing them up, but not getting it off them. Lancaster tucked all the way into a cam spot, really. Bowler out wide and onside, seemingly. And gets the turn in. And here's Wiles. Away, please, Okadina. It just kind of hit him more so than anything else. We're able to work that way. Honeyman's touch is so heavy, though. Unnecessarily so. And that is bollocks. There is no need for George Honeyman's touch to be so heavy there. That's awful. Takes a touch, fires it away, and we're 2-1 down. Both of today's goals conceded, absolutely unavoidable. The first one was my fault for trying to play a pass where I shouldn't. But that one, I didn't sprint with Honeyman. That was just his first touch. It was just that heavy. And he's supposed to be the best player we have on the ball in possession at the club. And that includes George Chapman as well. Iredale inside to Aflion. Forward to Nibs. Joey's here with me, but he's just run offside. So Nibs is going to have to take it himself. Take it himself, he will. And tuck it back, he will. And Joey can't buy a goal to save his life at the minute. I can't believe Ironside hasn't scored at least 3 goals in the past 5 games. We'll look for another teammate. Oh, come on. Give me the chance to build that attack. That's a really frustrating defeat to Rotherham. On the balance of play and the amount of chances created, I can't deny them that win. 14 shots to our 5. It's just the manner in which the goals came is the frustrating thing. The first one's my fault. I can freely acknowledge that. But that second one, there's no need for George Honeyman to take that heavy touch at all. But take it he has. Cost us a goal it has. And our playoff position as well. So Sunderland next. Dimmy with 9 clean sheets in 16 matches. 11 goals conceded. And I believe we have the best defensive record in the league. We have the joint best defensive record in the league, with Luton at the top with 11 goals conceded. But they've scored 35 and we've only scored 18, and that's the difference. At the minute, they've scored twice as many goals as us. Let's go and put some past Sunderland, shall we? Sunderland arrive in 18th position, and that might be in part down to the fact that they're starting a 59 rated goalkeeper. Anthony Patterson is between the sticks for them. I don't know who their goalkeeper was, and if they've sold him or not in this save, to be completely honest. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 with Carl Winchester at right back, Danny Batt, Bailey Wright and Dennis Sirkin at left back. Corey Evans and Luke O'Nien in the midfield, with Lyndon Gooch on the right, Jack Diamond on the left, Elliot Embleton at cam, and Ross Stewart, who is a big shout from you guys in the comments section for a striking signing at striker. There's been a big call for Ross Stewart to be brought into the club. Now, obviously, that was when we weren't picking up results and hadn't been able to find ourselves getting any real luck in front of goal. We have been scoring goals a bit more regularly and a bit more freely in the past few episodes. So perhaps we're more happy with our front line as it is now than we were. But certainly Ross Stewart would be an option for us at striker should we want to replace Joe Ironside at any point. He's kind of a similar sort of player that is higher rated and has slightly better stats. He's 70 rated in this save, has potential of like 73 or 74, whereas Joey seemingly at the minute has peaked and is older as well. So maybe we consider selling Ironside and bringing in Ross Stewart at some point, or at least bringing in Ross Stewart to replace Ironside in the starting 11. Strong challenge from Diamond there that was fair and actually earns his side a corner. They'll take it short. Lyndon Gooch to Embleton, delivered in. Harvey's underneath this, but Danny Batt wins the header, and it's gone wide, thankfully. Sunderland starting very strongly indeed. Josh Key into Adam May. Sam Smith turning away from the men that are around him. We'll drill this out to Afflian, who's inside the defender, and will look to slot that through. But it's picked off well. Just trying to feed it into the gap for Harvey Nibbs to race onto. Diamond and Stewart link up well. This is good football from Sunderland. We might be in for another beating here. They're playing very Rotherham-esque football. Ross Stewart with a 1-2 with Lyndon Gooch, but Demi makes a save at the near post. Surely Stewart would have shot there in real life. Of that I'm certain. There was no need to play the 1-2. He had the time and space. They're going to score here. Oh, Stewart not necessarily putting in the best of auditions here to try and earn a spot in our team. A couple of opportunities there that he has thwarted by being terrible. Okay. Not necessarily intended to be a 1-2 between Sam Smith and Afflian, but a 1-2 is what it ended up being. Smith will deliver, and he'll miss everybody. Painfully close to Afflian and Harvey Nibbs. And the counter nearly came to fruition, but 20 minutes in, it's still 0-0. They're taking their time in possession now as well. Very patient in the build-up, as I've tried to be too, because they keep knocking on the door, Sunderland. So my plan is to just keep the ball away from them, and they can't hurt me if they haven't got it. Winchester, lovely touch to drag that past the defender. He's taken it a bit too far though, forced himself into a blind alley, but he has found a way out. Lyndon Gooch stands it up, Okadina arrives. Harvey's going to need to knock this header down, and he's done so really well. Picks it up again, even though the pass was meant for Chapman. It's a terrible ball from Harvey Nibbs, looking for George Chapman, and now we're on the back foot again. No, Afflian has given it away, and we'll work it around, look for it across to this left-hand side, or lift it to find Lancaster, though it wasn't as in behind as I hoped it would be, but there's plenty of space here for George Chapman, and plenty of space up there for Harrison Dunk, and Dunk will whip an early ball. It's dangerous, but it's comfortable enough, cleared away. Oh, it's gone through the back of him there, Adam, mate, and then the ball cannons off him, but still falls to a Sunderland man. Yeah, this is an odd one, this game against Sunderland so far. They've been very good with the ball, but not created enough clear-cut chances. 0-9 to Diamond. Sunderland have just been so good with the ball at their feet. Can't cope with the majority of their passing play. As you can tell, it's just a step above anything that we've been able to either create ourselves or deal with defensively. Thankfully, we still, to this point, have the clean sheet, but it's probably not going to last long at this rate. Oh, O'Nien wins that back as I was trying to slot through. Harvey Nibbs, can Josh get to this? He can't. Diamond finds Embleton. Diamond to Ross Stewart. He's offside there, his man on this near side, but he got back on the right side of the line, Lyndon Goots, and he spun well, but get a nice interception from Lloyd Jones, and Nibs will look to break, although there's not much room to break into. Harrison Dunk, I'm going to have to turn around. Really struggling to build anything against this Sunderland team in this game. Sam Smith's going to come short here, and look at Adame arriving. Nibs just ran so far offside, and again, the first touch is too heavy. Come on, lads, please. Just be a bit better in possession. Oh, and better in the pass as well. Well read by the defender. This has been a frustrating game of football to try and get anything from. If you offered me a point now, I'd absolutely take it. Back there to Winchester, to Robertson. Winchester again. You know they're going to try and work it inside. It's just a case of stopping them. But sometimes it's easier said than done. Chapman gets caught in possession. Good block by Lloyd Jones. Oh, it's supposed to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, that header, but thankfully we've worked it well. Chapman this time won't lose possession and will lift it, looking for Aflian. Can Dapo get on the end of this? Winchester brings it down and turns away from me, and no, I can't. It would be a well-earned, hard-fought point if we get it, but it is ultimately only a point here against Sunderland. It's a clean sheet, though, which after that Rotherham game is pleasing. And after the way Sunderland played in that game is pleasing as well. But I didn't create a single shot. I had 50% of the ball, but didn't have a single shot on goal. That's how good Sunderland were in that game. Just unplayable. Not necessarily playing like a side that are 18th in the league, to be completely honest. So we end today's episode where in the league table we were 7th, we're now 8th. 4 points from 5th, but only a point off the playoffs. Those top few are starting to eke away. Luton have now lost, however. No, they'd lost before, hadn't they? They'd lost before. They've won in their last match day. You can see on the right-hand side, 3-0 against Shrewsbury. It was 10-5-1, wasn't it? They were the last side to lose, though, this season. Peterborough still in second and now only 2 points behind them. Hull a further 2 points back, then 2 to Salford, then 2 to Bolton, then 3 to Plymouth and Ipswich. We're only 2 points above Morecambe in 12th, but equally we're only 1 point off the playoffs. So it's not as tight as last season, but it's still hard fought for those playoff spots. And we'll go again in tomorrow's episode where I don't believe the FA Cup has been drawn yet. Indeed, it hasn't. But we do have games in the Papa John's Trophy and important games in the league as well. Luton Town at home, Plymouth at home, Shrewsbury away and Northampton away. Big games. Very big games. Either local derbies or competitive derbies. Well, Luton is both a local derby and a competitive derby for Cambridge United. Had a lot of very competitive games against Luton over the years, especially in the conference a few years ago. Now they're back down to League One level in this save after getting themselves up to the Championship. In real life, they're pushing for the playoff spot to get to the Premier League. That's where we want to be with Cambridge, but we're not there yet. But hopefully we'll be a step closer come the end of the season. Join me tomorrow for more, where hopefully we can progress in the Cup and, fingers crossed, get ourselves moving up in the league as well, back towards those playoff spots. Thank you very much for watching today, guys. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any more, and I'll see you next time.